All right, this is Jeffrey Crivero, and I'm conducting an oral history with Pearl Mason. The interview is being conducted at the Zellwood Community Center in Zellwood, Florida, on Saturday, March 25th, 2023. Mrs. Mason, thank you so much for speaking with us today. Would you begin by please stating for us your name and telling us a little bit about where you're from and what life was like for you growing up?
Well, I was born right here in Zellwood in 1927, right across the railroad track behind the train caboose over there. And I went to school up on 441 at Fred Douglass Elementary School. And what else could I tell?
What were your parents like? What did they do for a living?
They worked on, well, my mother, she did housework, and my father, he did field work. And that was the only kind, and found that he left, and he never did come back. And then he stayed off, and he died, and he really never did come back.
And you mentioned you went to that school for a little bit. Where did you go to grade school, and what are some of your memories?
Fred Douglass Elementary School right here to this little school on the side of the road up here on, it was 441, but after it changed, well, I don't know what really went wrong, but I know they changed it. And then they moved the school because it was so close to the highway, and they took it back over there and put it by, let me see, Zellwood Elementary. No, it wasn't Zellwood Elementary. Zellwood Fred Douglass over off of Harley.
What do you remember about going to school? Do you have any favorite teachers that you remember, or do you have any favorite games you used to play with your friends?
Ball. I loved to play ball, and I could play bat ball, and I could run ball. And I played ball all the time. And again, what kind of games we start? Well, they start a ball game. I was right there to play, and I loved playing because I could run fast.
Do you remember any of your teachers from back then?
I didn't have but one teacher, and her name was what was Dixon. Her name was, what was Miss? I can't think of her last. Her last name was Dixon, but what was her name? Her first name, I can't think. But I do know it was Dixon, and she was a good teacher. And when you come out of her class, boy, you had it. And you had it where you wouldn't forget it, you would always remember it.
What are some of your favorite things about your community?
Oh, I love going to church. That was my main object. I love church because I love to sing and I love to read poems. And once it has begun, never leave it till it's done. Be a labor great or small, do it well or not at all. I always liked poems.
And what church did you go to?
At St. Luke Baptist Church at that time. It was up on right on the highway, and it was named St. Luke Baptist Church, and it's still sitting there.
And that's the same one you still go to?
No, I go to Open Door Church of God in Christ. It's on Willow in Zellwood. You come around the corner, and it's sitting right off the corner there.
Mm-hmm. What are some of the big things you've seen change over the years in the community?
Look like everything have changed. Ain't nothing left out. Everything have made a big change. Even going to the grocery store. Everything you do now is a change in it. It's not nothing, not the same. It's everything that made a big change. And I appreciate it because you know what? I'm 95 years old. And and I'm about the only one that's 95. And I raised my 3 children. I had 2 boys and 1 girl. My oldest son is still living. My baby boy, he got drowned. And my daughter, she died. But I'm still living.
What does your oldest son do?
Well, right now he ain't doing nothing 'cause he messed up his knees. He's out there now hopping with a stick.
Let's see. Do you have any particular memories that stand out to you that you want to share? Anything that happened in the community over the last, I don't know, since between childhood and...
Well, I can't think of nothing that really happened right now. But I know I love to go fishing.
Oh, yeah?
I can't catch no fish, but I love to go. Yep, I love going fishing.
You go freshwater or sea fishing?
I go freshwater fishing.
Mm-hmm.
When I do get a chance to go. But it's been so long since I've been that I can't tell you whether the fish still biting or not.
And did you have any interactions with the surrounding communities, Mount Dora and Eustace? Do you remember visiting those places? And
Well, I'd go to church once in a while to Mount Dora, and sometimes Eustace I got cousins that have programs at their churches, and they'll invite me and I'll come to be in the house of the Lord. Because serving the Lord will pay off after a while. Just keep serving. Every day, whatever right, God will pay.
have you always been into reading and reciting poetry, or is that something that came later in life?
It came later in life, but I got them all written down. I don't recite them. I read them off of paper. I read them off of paper. And I read them in church.
Do you still do that?
Yes. When I be able to go. In fact, I've been having problems with my chest, and I've lost so much weight. Because I think I weigh 161 pounds when I weighed right at 200 pounds. But I've lost a lot of weight. And I haven't been going to church as much as I supposed to. But one of these days I'm going to get started back. And you're going to wonder where the yellow went. Where you live?
I'm originally from South Florida, but I've been in Orlando now for about 25 years.
Oh, that's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Orlando's a nice place to be. And there's so much you can pick up in Orlando and pick out of Orlando, right out of one place right into the other. But all you have to do is stay in control with God, and He'll guide you along the marching highway.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you have anything else you want to share with us? Do you have any final thoughts or anything you want to add to it?
Well, I don't think I need to add no more to it because I do know God is in control. And whatever you're looking for and whatever you want, you look to the Lord for it because He is able. It's in His hand, and He can do all about it without any trouble.
Beautiful. Well, Mrs. Mason, thank you so much for sharing your time with us and speaking with us today.
Now, you're so welcome.
And this has been Jeffrey Crivero with Miss Pearl Mason on March 25th, 2023.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the visit.
Thank you. Me too.
Mm-hmm.